Good evening and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And Candace, we are back. Thank you so much for watching last week. Great turnout. People really love the turkey legs air fryer. You gotta get an air fryer. Facts. Tonight, another great episode as always. But before we get into it, as we always do, if you're in the Germantown, Maryland area, and you're looking for the best selection of beer and wine, at the best prices, where would we go? Where would we go?
Go to Fox Chapel Shopping Center where you will find Chapel Beer and Wine. Ask Andrew and he will hook you up.
There you go. She's getting better. We've been practicing this for about 6 years now. So she's doing good. So yes, Fox Chapel Shopping Center, Chapel Beer and Wine. Thank you, Andrew. Has been there since day one. So we appreciate you. All right. It's a beer night tonight. So I'm going to drink the beer. No Pinot Grigio. She's going to drink her girly drink. And we're going to have some fun.
It's mango.
Girly. So anyway, tonight, middly. So anyway, that's what our kids call it. They call it middly. So anyway, we're going to make a homemade chicken soup. If you've watched our shows before, thank you. You've seen us do this with dumplings. This is just a straight, it's a little bit different because it's a little more intense. This is just a straight chicken soup. It's getting cold out. We got Thanksgiving coming up. So maybe you just want to have some soup. You almost want to, relax, what have you. Make it a really nice date night dinner. Quiet, easy, nothing too heavy, right? So chicken soup. I will tell you, this is not one of those quick and easy ones. This does take a little bit of planning and a little bit of time. So be prepared. We're going to show you how to do that. Starting off with, you want to get a chicken. Shocker, isn't it? So you know. You can do this one of two ways. You can get one whole chicken, like a 3-pound chicken. They call it a roaster or a fryer type chicken. Or you can get it already cut up. We got thighs. Should I?
Tall person.
Okay. So we got thighs. Basically what we did is just got a whole big bag of thighs. Why? Because the thighs are very...
Tall people. I'm supposed to be doing it, right?
She's doing a good job, actually. She's following. So basically what we did is we got the big bag of thighs with the skins, that kind of thing, because it's a juicier meat. Makes a great soup. So we almost killed the music, the maestro here. But anyway, so you want to get...
With a look.
With the look, no less. That's true. Now, whatever chicken you get, you want to make sure the skin's on. You want to try and stay away from just a sole breast. So if you're doing chicken soup, have a mixture at least. I like to stick with the dark meat, as does Candace. And that was for you, Ryan. Anyway, make sure the skin's on it, because the skin's actually going to add that grease and that flavor to the soup, which is going to be perfect. So we're going to take a thing of about 3 pounds of meat. Okay, about 3 pounds of chicken. We're going to take carrots, all cut up, all diced. You can see they're already diced. About 4 carrots, okay? So,
what?
I didn't see it, but everybody on camera saw it. Yeah, whatever. So you want to take 4 celery stalks, cut them up as well. Just make it easier for her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. You want to use some chicken bouillon. We're going to use the bouillon powder. The reason being is you can boil the chicken, but...
Boiled meat and skin by itself doesn't give you that really rich chicken flavor that you get in chicken soup. If you want to get a really rich chicken stock flavor, what you have to do is take the bones and boil them for a good 12 hours or more. That's not what this recipe is. This is not a 12-hour recipe. You can't leave your house.
Right. We're not making a chicken stock. We're making a chicken soup. So we're going to use the bouillon to add a little bit of flavor to it. Seasonings. We're going to use some garlic powder, okay? And these are all to taste. Onion powder, black pepper. We're going to use the grinder version. And we're going to use some salt. We're also going to use the grinder version. The seasonings, like I said, are to taste. We're going to use some in the beginning, and you may not know exactly how much to use, so you really got to kind of taste it right towards the end to make sure that you don't need to add any more. It's okay because it's your date night. You probably have swap spit anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's probably happened anyway. So, it's a little bit of taste isn't going to hurt anybody. COVID mono. Anyway, you want to get a box of orzo, okay? And I'll just play the orzo at the very end. And that's about it, because we're going to show you to make it. I'm going to get my stock pot or my soup pot, my big ass thing. I'm going to take the chicken. And I'm basically just going to dump the chicken in there.
All right.
Woohoo!
No escapee chicken parts. No salmonella to clean up.
Just so you know, during the practice, during rehearsal, I did spill juice everywhere, so I've gotten better. Rehearsal helps. So anyway, then you want to take your carrots, just dump them in there.
Those are celery.
So you want to take your celery. Apparently too much diet beer. Oh, sorry.
Finish dumping.
Alright, sorry. So you want to put all the celery. Carrots. Again, just take the carrots.
Actual carrots this time.
This is actually carrots, yes. Instead of the green version, we call them celery. Let me show you what it looks like, because I like to hear her go tall people. I want to see how many times she can do it without passing out.
Tall people,
So you
tall
can see
people.
chicken thighs,
tall
carrots,
people,
celery,
tall
all mixed together, right? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to add water, just enough to cover the chicken and the carrots and the celery. That's all the water you need, okay? So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Now we're going to use spices. A bit of salt. Again, you've got a full pot there, so again, salt to taste, but you're not going to taste it because the chicken's raw and that's just ew. Pepper, onion powder.
Now, typically you would put in chopped or diced onions, but because he hates the texture of them, but he likes the flavor of onions, we use onion powder. You can feel free to use real onions if you would like.
So onion powder, gonna put that on top, basically, again, to taste. Okay. And we're gonna use some garlic powder. You can use minced garlic, but it sucks. So you wanna use garlic powder in this recipe, okay? Then we're gonna take, basically, 2 little tiny scoops of bouillon powder. Actually, you know what, we're gonna put in a couple more because there's a lot of water in here. So we'll do 4. I'm gonna go ahead and put it onto the stove. I'm going to let it bring to a boil, and then I'm going to bring it to a simmer, and then I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes, and then we'll check to see if it falls off the bone. And when that's done, we'll be back and show you the next step. So for you, we're back in a second. What did Chuck Woolery say on?
I don't know, but I'm so proud of
2
you.
and 2.
You got through several sentences there.
2 and 2. Anyway. Actually, it was 1 and 1, but doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm going to take this, put this, and when it's all done, we will be back and show you the next step. We'll be right back. And we're back. Timer's about ready to go off. It's been about 75 minutes or so, because it did take a little longer for the chicken to fall off the bone. Hey, I think it's done. So, what we're going to do now, looking at it right now just to make sure, yep, the meat is falling off the bone, which is what you want. But before we taste it, the next thing we're going to do
is add the orzo.
We're going to add the orzo. So orzo, this is not a necessary step, but it adds a nice little texture to the soup, and I just happen to love it. So yeah. I'm going to put a box of orzo in. This takes about 9 minutes or so to cook. So basically we're just going to pour it all in there. We're going to stir it up, and we'll close it, cover it back up. Set the timer. Set the timer for 9 minutes. Let it boil, simmer with the orzo in it, and then when that's done, we'll take it out. We'll put the big pot of soup here. We'll taste it and make sure it has the right seasonings. If it doesn't, want a little more seasonings to it, and then stir it up and then taste it again.
That's my part. That's
her part. Her part is definitely tasting it. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. The orzo's almost done. About 30 seconds left to go. Candace brought up a really good point during the break there while we were waiting for the orzo to be done. Skimming the fat. Depending on if you use a whole chicken or what type of chicken there might be some fat that comes the top. You want to make sure you skim that off.
Just take a spoon and just basically scrape off the stuff that floats to the top.
Right.
That's all.
And please do not pour that down your sink, otherwise it'll ruin your entire date night because you'll be waiting for the plumber to come and, you know.
And he will walk in and tell you exactly how stupid you are.
Right.
Right in front of your date.
Right. And they'll screw everything up as you're trying to. Alright, so we're going to take this off. We're going to use Fuck That's Hot pot holders and oven mitts available at cookingwithmichael.us. Again, I would do the tall person thing, but it's Fuck That's Hot. Alright, so this doesn't have any fat on it, which is good, but it does have a little bit of skin, so we're just going to use our spider, and we're going to skim off the skin that does float to the top. Some of the skin's not going to come off, or it's not going to be really able to come out, which is fine. It's not going to hurt you to leave the skin in there. It may add a little bit of flavor, but if you want to take it out, you certainly can. So
this is the extent of my usefulness in this episode.
Going to reach in there. We're going to take some of the orzo, some of the vegetables, some of the chicken. All right, so I'm going to go over. I'm going to show you what this looks like.
Tall people, tall people.
It's not anything unusual, right? It's chicken soup.
People,
chicken soup with a little bit of orzo in it,
Short,
right?
hungry people. Oh,
Which means shut the hell up.
short, hungry people over here.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna taste it, and we're gonna see if we need any more spices.
Hot. Think we may need a little more salt.
Good thing is if it's just salt, you can add a little bit to the bowl because you know you may have your audience may not want as much salt.
Salt and pepper.
Okay, so we're gonna get salt and pepper over to Candace for hers. I'm gonna try it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on a second, I want another bite. Oh man, that's good. Fuck, it's hot, but man, that's good. So that's it. It did take, like I said, this is one you have to kind of plan for. This did take about 75 to 85 minutes of cooking time. And then some prep time. The prep time didn't take very long, just about 5 minutes to prep it. So basically an hour and a half to get everything done. But it's a great date night dinner. It's a great soup to have in the wintertime when it's nice and cold. And to enjoy, and a great conversation starter. So hope you love it. Try it. As always, if you haven't clicked the word subscribe below the video, please do so. And of course, make sure you share with everyone you know, everyone you like, everyone you work with. Kids, family, grandparents, parents.
People you hate.
People you hate.
Hopefully not also your grandparents.
Hopefully not also your grandparents. Hope you love it. Please watch it again. Thank you so much. We really enjoy it. Just to let you know, next week is Thanksgiving. We will be off. We are taking a week off for Thanksgiving. So, it's a great time for you to go to cookingwithmichael.us and check out our previous episodes, as well as check out our merchandise and stuff. So please make sure you do that. And then, of course, please make sure you do that. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be back Saturday night, 8 p.m. on Cooking with Michael.
And
Candace. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Actually pretty. I just got bouillon on my beer, just so you know. I now have beer.
Chicken beer.
Chicken beer. Chicken beer. If you happen to be watching Family Guy and the episode where Peter and the chicken get into a fight, if you want to make Peter and the chicken have some soup, make sure you invite them and have some chicken soup as well. So it's a great, great dish. For those you don't know the reference, too bad. So
Cruelty and irony all in one.
that's right. It's kind of funny. So.